You know that saying, save the drama for your mama? Well, the Philadelphia Eagles don't give a damn about that saying because we got all the drama. We got so much drama. We got more drama than the damn Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We got all the drama. This video is brought to you by my Teespring store. Click the link in the description, get all the Run It Back merchandise, and use the code RUNMY20 for 20% off. This video is also brought to you by FansEdge.com. That is a Fanatics company. Up to 70% off Sixers and Eagles gear for the holiday season by using the links in the description. You want to buy family members jerseys, hats, mugs, whatever, with the Eagles logos, with the Sixers logos, jerseys for damn near free. Take advantage of it. FansEdge.com. The links are in the description. Let's get into this. First of all, let's talk about this Nate Robinson fight. I feel bad for Nate Robinson. I really do, because the world's making fun of him. But then I had time to think about it. And man, like, what the hell are you doing, bro? This dude stepped into a box. You know, here's the thing. Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson, all right? If you haven't seen it, just go watch the highlights. Nate Robinson, former NBA player. Jake Paul, YouTube star, except there's two major differences here. Jake Paul is a trained fighter, been training for years, has just did his second pay-per-view fight. The guy knows what he's doing. Nate Robinson, NBA player, probably grew up fighting in the street or whatever, thinks he knows what he's doing, all right? He made a crucial mistake. Boxing is dangerous for people that are trained to do it. Boxing is extremely dangerous for people that are not trained to do it. I don't know who was training Nate Robinson, who told him this strategy would work, but he had no clue what he was doing, and he almost got himself killed, all right? From the opening bell, he was flying in head wide open, throwing punches like this. I mean, come on, man. Like, Jake is a trained fighter, and Nate was like, yeah, bro, I remember I beat up Tookie and Juju at recess. Yeah, give me the gloves, man. I can fight. And when he started, from the time he started, and he had his head wide open, wasn't protecting himself, I said, this dude's going to get snuck. He's going to get caught one time and get knocked the fuck out. And sure enough, well, he got caught a couple times, but the last time he got caught, uppercut, jab, missed with a left, and Jake threw that right hook, boy. Boom! Night-night. Don't mess with something you're not, you know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't mess with something you're not a professional of, bro. You might get yourself killed, okay? And then the Tyson fight with Roy Jones Jr., you know, a 54-year-old versus a 51-year-old. It was basically a hugging match. I guess it was cool to see that these guys could still go out there and do that. They were winded after the first 2 minutes. I don't know. It wasn't that entertaining. Don't have a boxing match when you're 55. It's not that cool. Like, you know, it is what it is. I hope it made them a lot of money. Let's get into this. First of all, I haven't gotten a chance to speak on this. There's rumors that Doug Pederson wouldn't be entirely upset if he got fired. What is going on with this team? You know, a couple weeks ago when the Dallas Cowboys were falling apart from the inside and we were sucking on the field, I was saying, at least we don't have all that drama, you know? At least we don't have all that stuff within the organization going on. And now look. We're the laughingstock of the NFL. Every day it's something different. Doug Pederson wouldn't be upset if he got fired. And it's from people saying basically that he doesn't like not being in charge of personnel. He feels like most of the reasons the team is where it is right now is because of Howie Roseman's poor drafting, poor inability to sign anybody, inability to make a trade worth anything. Overpaid 35-year-old players, 38-year-old players. He's blaming everything on Howie Roseman. So he would like to be in an organization where he has more control over the personnel. The thing that really gets me is that what I believe is that Doug Pederson is arrogant. And he doesn't believe anything is his fault. So he's going to blame everybody else until he gets fired. And then he's going to be like, I didn't want to be here anyway because I was tired of the drama. I was tired of Howie looking over my shoulder. I was tired of this, and this. And, he's too good for it. But here's my prediction. He's going to get fired. He's going to get hired by another team because he won a Super Bowl in 2017. But those people don't quite understand that Frank Reich won that Super Bowl and Doug Pederson, doesn't have that much value. I'm sorry. Okay? It's just my opinion. He's going to get hired by another team, and he's going to stink it up for about 2 seasons and get fired again because he just doesn't have it. Another rumor, Jeffrey Lurie didn't show up to the Browns game. That's not a rumor, that's the truth. He didn't show up to the Browns game, but the rumor is because he's in disgust about how bad this team is. And he also, after the Cowboys game, let the coaching staff know how upset he is. And so basically everybody's going to get fired. And there's not going to be he deserves one more season. None of that crap. Because from Howie Roseman has been horrendous ever since the Super Bowl. Doug Pederson has been horrendous ever since the Super Bowl. Jim Schwartz has been horrendous. I mean, he was horrendous in the Super Bowl. But everybody needs to go. Let's call it what it is, man. And Jeffrey Lurie knows that. It's going to happen. There is just so much drama going on. And now, this morning, I'm on Twitter, and I see breaking news. Jalen Hurts has been receiving first-team reps leading up to Monday night's game. And if you remember, here's the first thing that pisses me off about it, okay? Because I'm not against Jalen Hurts playing. I'm not against Carson Wentz sitting his ass down right now. I think he needs that. But here's what pisses me off. Doug Pederson's inability to be transparent in a press conference. Remember last week, a reporter asked him 3 times in a row, is Carson Wentz your starting quarterback? And the first 2 answers, he said, that's something we decide moving forward. That's something we'll decide closer to Monday. And then finally he says, yes. Yes. Carson's our starter. I don't know what to say, so I'm just going to say yes. I want this to be over. So he says yes. And now Jalen Hurts is getting first-team reps. But also, these articles are a little bit misconstrued. And, it's like the liberal media. Oh, I got to censor that out of there. Holy shit. You got to read between the lines. You can't just read the headline, okay? You got to read the article, all right? Here's the problem, and here's what's wrong with this. The truth is, Jalen Hurts is going to get more snaps on Monday than he has been getting. And that is fucking stupid because the NFL doesn't work this way. It's not benefiting anybody to have both quarterbacks on the field. It's not. If you want to sit Carson Wentz down, sit his ass down, let Jalen Hurts play the game. But that's not what's going to happen. They're going to play Carson Wentz, and then they're going to just give Jalen Hurts like a couple series. Why? It's all about rhythm. It's all about, you need more than a couple series anyway. So this is bad for Jalen Hurts. That's what this is. You're not going to catch any kind of rhythm or learn anything about where you should be or your receivers or anything with a couple series. You got to give the guy the whole game. And if you're already planning on giving him more reps and the team is 3-6-1, what can you lose? Just sit Carson Wentz and play Jalen Hurts. You're 3-6-1. You fucking stink. Nobody cares. There's nothing to save for the season. I don't see the Eagles winning another game for the next 5. Just play Jalen Hurts. But no, they're going to play Carson. They're going to bring Jalen Hurts in for more snaps, and then they're going to bring Carson back. It doesn't make sense. That doesn't benefit anybody. But if you look at Doug Pederson's decision-making the whole season, it's right in line with it because none of it makes sense. The guy doesn't know what he's doing, period. I said week one, I said, first of all, the title of the video was Doug Pederson beats Doug Pederson, and that was 100% accurate. I said, Doug Pederson is going to get exposed this season. And people were hating, of course, because I'm one step ahead, guys. I'm looking into the future all the time. I don't see things just on the surface. I see where things are headed. I said Doug Pederson is going to get exposed this season. And what happened? Doug Pederson got exposed this season. Because he's arrogant. He thinks because he won that Super Bowl and there's a statue in front of the stadium that he is the smartest guy in the world. He refuses to do what anybody says. I mean, how could you have gone this whole season without rolling Carson Wentz out of the pocket if you weren't just the most stubborn, arrogant son of a bitch on the planet? You understand what I'm saying? And he's just going to blame Howie, and Howie deserves a lot of blame. But Doug Pederson deserves a lot of blame too. So if Jalen Hurts does get the reps, I think it's necessary. Like I said, I think Carson needs to sit. I think it's time to take a timeout. You know, it's like a 5-year-old who's tired and is like running in the living room, banging himself off the walls and knocking things over and shit. Like, hey, bro, take a timeout and reset. Let's regroup. You know what I mean? Sit down and just think for a minute. That's what you need Carson Wentz to do. He needs to sit down, take a game off, and think for a second. Like I said, that's not what they're going to do, which is going to be a disaster. But that's what needs to happen. When Jalen Hurts is in the game, there's a couple things that are going to kill him because there's a group of fans, obviously the Fulgen Society or the Anti-Wentz Society, whatever it is. There's a group of people that honestly think with all of the problems on this team, Jalen Hurts is going to come in here and fix all of it. And that doesn't make any sense. There's too many issues. The quarterback has been an issue for sure, but that putting Jalen Hurts out there is not going to fix your defense. It's not going to fix your offensive line. It's not going to fix your wide receiver miscommunication. It's not going to fix the horrendous play calling we've seen all season long. It's not going to fix anything. All it's going to do is put Jalen Hurts in the middle of a fire, and he's going to get burned time after time after time. Because first of all, Doug Pederson's not going to call the right plays for this kid. He's just not. He's going to give him these dumbass read options over and over and over again. The defense is going to know what's coming. Jalen Hurts, I don't think he's going to do it, but what he should do is what Carson Wentz did in his first season, which is kill every single play call and call his own plays. But then everybody thinks you're arrogant. You don't listen to the coaches, yada, yada, yada. Jalen Hurts is going to get killed. The offensive line is atrocious. With Lane Johnson out for the season, we are now starting our 10th offensive line. Now, they did finally move Jason Peters to right guard and are putting Jordan Mailata at left tackle. Like, wow, guys. The fans have been screaming this for a month. You know what? If you're going to be so arrogant that you can't do the obvious things until fans yell at you for 4 straight weeks, why don't you just let the fans call the plays and make the starting lineup? Because clearly, literally everybody else in the world knows what they're doing besides you. So they're moving Jason Peters and Jordan Mailata at left tackle, and that's good. But this offensive line still isn't good. Jalen Hurts is going to drop back there and run for his life. The play calling isn't good. Doug Pederson doesn't know what he's doing when he's calling plays. It's going to be the same old story until he gets fired. He's going to go for 2 when you shouldn't go for 2. He's going to go for it on 4th down when you shouldn't go for it on 4th down. He's going to run the ball on 3rd and 8. He's going to pass the ball on 3rd and an inch. Miles Sanders is going to finish the game with 12 carries. It's on and on and on and on and on. Here's a fun stat from my guy Victor over at the Philly Pod. The Eagles are 7-18-1 when Carson Wentz throws the ball more than 40 times. It's just like me yelling about Brett Brown. It's really the same thing. It's basic. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Why do these idiots overthink everything? Just call a balanced game. Run the ball to set up the pass. Play action. I don't even want to say it anymore because it's not going to happen. Miles Sanders, especially with Jalen Hurts getting more reps, should have the most carries he's ever had in his career in this game. Miles Sanders still does not have a 20-carry game in his career. That is just pathetic from a play calling standpoint. He should have about 25 carries on Sunday against Seattle. On Monday, tomorrow against Seattle. He won't. Because if Doug Pederson's level of arrogance is where it's at right now, what in the world makes you think he's going to change it up? What in the world makes you think Doug Pederson is going to sit back and be like, you know what? Now that we're 3-6-1, I'm going to change the way I call plays and I'm going to do things the right way. No. Doug Pederson is going to run his philosophy and system into the ground until he gets fired. Do I even really want to talk about the Eagles and Seahawks game tomorrow? Do I even really want to talk about that? It's going to be the same story. It's not going to be fun to watch. Don't watch it. I mean, you're going to watch it because that's what we do. I'm going to watch it too. But it's going to be bad. Travis Fulgham needs to get the ball thrown his way. You know? And that's another story of Doug Pederson blaming other people. You know, they asked him why Travis Fulgham only had one catch on Sunday, and he said something about the defense is now giving him different looks, and, you know, it's tougher for him now, and he just has to fight through it. So he's kind of backhandedly blamed Travis Fulgham, the wide receiver that came out of nowhere from the practice squad and gave you talent on the field. You're going to blame him and say, well, the defense is tougher now. They're looking for him, so he has to fight through it. No, Doug, it's you. It's 100% you. I would like to see Travis Fulgham get a lot more targets and catches. I would like to see Jalen Reagor have a breakout game and play the way that he's, you know, supposed to be playing, being drafted in the first round. Since we didn't trade up to draft CeeDee Lamb, you know, since we didn't draft Justin Jefferson, you know, since we missed DK Metcalf the year before, you know, this team could have Metcalf, Jefferson, and DeAndre Hopkins if Howie Roseman really had an interest in making his team better in those two off seasons. They could have an all-star wide receiver lineup. It still wouldn't matter because the O-line is terrible, but it would be better than it is right now. Justin Jefferson, I keep hearing about him, and what I initially think when I hear, you know, we should have drafted Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson would not be doing what he's doing right now on this Eagles team. He wouldn't be. It's not about how good the wide receivers are. It's about the system, the offensive line, the creative play calling, all that stuff. We don't have any of it. Someone just tweeted me and said, I still have faith in Carson Wentz. And I said, I do too. I still have faith in Carson Wentz. But it's not working with this system and with this coaching staff and with this offensive line. It's not working. Carson Wentz can be great again. But there needs to be a whole lot of changes from the top down. All right? And if you watch... Anytime I watch Carson's 2017 highlights, it's a combination of everything. It's the system, it's the coaching, it's the offensive line, it's the lack of talent. It's also Carson Wentz. He's not in shape. Just go watch the 2017 highlights. I mean, he used to step up in the pocket, look. If he saw nothing, he was out of that pocket quicker than anybody. He's like half the speed he was. He steps up in the pocket now, looks, and just stands there and gets hit. He's not the same. You got to overhaul the coaching staff. You got to fire Howie Roseman, Jim Schwartz, Doug Pederson. Get them all out of here. I don't care anymore. You got to bring in people that have creative offensive minds and can create plays and help your team. And Carson Wentz has to spend the offseason getting his ass in shape. But at the same time, does he even want to? You know, because I had that conversation with somebody too that Carson's a very humble person, right? He lives up in a cabin in the woods in North Dakota. He enjoys family time and hunting and relaxing with he's not, I don't think he has ambition. I think he was naturally a great quarterback. I don't know if he has the ambition to actually continue being one. I don't know if he cares that much, and that's fine. You don't have to. Andrew Luck retired when he was 30 because he was like, I'm tired of going through the injuries. I'm tired of doing this. I already have $100 million. Maybe Carson Wentz doesn't care anymore. Maybe he's like, I really enjoy my life with my family and hunting up in the woods. I don't want to go play football. Maybe he doesn't want to. That's what it looks like to me this season. You guys give me all your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I'll probably go live today while I'm watching NFL Red Zone, so stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button if you like me. Hit the dislike button if you hate my guts. I really don't care. DJ Eastwood, run it back, man. You guys have a great Sunday. Peace.